to the Power Trip Morning Show live on December 24th of 2025. Mark Parrish, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Parker Fox, Mark Parrish, Parker Fox.
Hi, Mark Parrish. My friend. Merry Christmas.
We were just watching SportsCenter, and the San Antonio Spurs and Victor Wembanyama,
the freak,
they might be ready. We'll see. They took down Oklahoma City last night, right? The Wolves did it last Friday, but the Spurs did it last night. Mm-hmm. All right, this isn't a sports show, though. We're not breaking down Spurs OKC. That might be the Western Conference Finals. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
But the Spurs did the freaking Skol chant. They started the new bit. They're like, hey, we came up with this new bit. Look at this. And Wemby bangs a drum, and the Spurs fans are all doing the Skol chant. And they're acting like, hey, look at what we made. You guys, I just said this to Parker and Sauce off the air. When the Vikings started the Skol chant, they took it from, an Icelandic football team or something, right?
Yeah, they do it.
I remember them. They went out of their way to show that Iceland was cool with it. You know, they passed the torch. Remember, they had the mountain be a part of it. They had videos of that team saying we want the Vikings to have this. We are so honored to pass this on to you. It was like a torch passing.
Yes, respectful.
You guys are the Vikings. It's the Minnesota Vikings. This makes sense. This fits the vibe. Ice people, snow people, let's go. Do the Skol chant.
Yeah.
And the Spurs are down there in San Antonio going, let's bang a drum and clap. I came up with this.
Some 21-year-old French kids.
Yeah, correct. Exactly. Somebody sniped it and they're trying to claim their idea as their own.
Yeah.
Brutal.
And just admit you stole it. And if they call it the Spurs chant or instead of the Skol chant, what are they calling it? What a joke. So Wemby's on the court banging the drum and they're all clapping. Oh, man. That's our bit.
The bit kind of sucks anyways.
Wow. Merry Christmas.
You're on Creasel's list for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, Creasel.
The Spurs stole the Skol. Come on, man.
Don't do that.
We just talked about Brian Harper a couple days ago because he's off to Las Vegas, right? My guess is Harper went out of his way and talked to a billion people to make sure we could take the Skol chant from Iceland.
Is there any percent of Wemby that knows the Vikings do that chant?
0.
None. No way, right?
No.
Is there any percent of Wemby would knows what the Vikings
What's
is?
a better percent chance? Parrish knows who Wemby plays for, or that he knows the Vikings do it?
If I hadn't just named it, I don't think you would have.
No.
We'll never know.
Parker Betts said, we went to 5:30 on September 12th, 2011. I think the move to 6 was when we went to FM.
No, because didn't we move to FM in 2011? Or was that 2013?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Parker was just telling me things about my family history off the air that I didn't know. So, if I don't know about my own family tree, how would I know about my history here at KFAN? I have no idea.
You're going to learn a lot this Christmas.
I've known you for 20 years. Yeah. Parker's known you for half a day and knows everything about you.
Well, he works with my brother now, and my brother just unloaded all this stuff, and Parker's like, man, your great-grandfather, that thing's crazy. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're going to learn this Christmas.
So apparently this Christmas season, I have a lot of questions for my brother.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah. A lot to learn.
There's murder in my family.
I can't wait to hear about this.
I know.
I'm excited for you.
What the hell are you talking about?
It was such a fun Christmas.
What if I go to Christmas and I go, so Mark, what is the deal now? What's our family tree?
He just doesn't tell you.
I was just messing with Parker. No, that was true.
None of it's true.
What if everything he told you was a lie?
There was probably a 15-minute conversation with me and a couple other people, and he was just unloading it all, and we were in deep. We were loving it. So I hope.
Ben, I hope he was lying.
That would be great. That would be great.
Staring at the wall, making stuff up.
Kaiser Soze the whole way, exactly. Such a good movie.
What's that one?
Usual Suspects.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, dear Lord, Parker, you're in for one.
Yeah, I'm added to the list.
Yes,
Add it to the list, and don't look it up because it is kind of a famous 90s movie. Yeah. And if you accidentally see something about that movie, it kind of ruins it. So don't look it up if you're going to ever actually watch it.
All right.
It is Kevin Spacey, so that's problematic, but still.
Yeah, try and overlook that.
He's fantastic, though.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'm excited for Marty Supreme.
Yeah, I thought of him, too.
Zacho?
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. I've heard there's nudity.
Like,
rear end.
Oh.
And
Not schlong.
Well,
Rear end.
No shaft?
IMDb parents.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If there was full frontal, would you go today?
Midnight release. I'd also go at midnight.
Then you'd be 6 to midnight.
Okay, so let's see here.
Midnight Release is the title of the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Sex scene, brief nudity. There's a sex scene in the shower. Yeah.
You're going.
It's moderate.
I don't know why I'm hooked, caught up on how he said that. But if Saucy were like, "Hey, have you watched the new season of Euphoria? Does Sydney Sweeney get naked?" I'd be like, "Yes, rear end."
Yeah. Cheeks.
He says rear end when you're describing what's nude in a movie.
You see your tush.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my God.
yes,
Hold
there
on.
is rear end.
My
in it.
mom would say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Zach.
Minnesota moms say rear end.
Yes.
Marty takes off his pants and is bent over a table. His butt is hit with a ping pong paddle repeatedly.
Whoa.
Full male rear nudity.
This is fanfic.
Tommy picked up smoking on Christmas Eve.
That's Marty Supreme XXX. Come on.
Yeah.
He doesn't get spanked with a paddle.
Well, we lost Zach.
Tommy's on Amazon ordering
for the
ping pong
day.
paddles.
Yeah, Tommy just asked us if she'd spank him with a paddle.
Zach's looking for every spoiler he can find right
He's on
now.
IMDb. In scene 7, Marty Supreme sees how many ping pong balls he can fit in his mouth.
Jackpot.
Then his rear end is exposed and it's paddled.
Oh, God.
Yep, Tommy just picked up pickleball.
Picked up pickle for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, should we do the news, or is this just a throwaway segment? I never know if we're supposed to stay on schedule when we do these condensed shows. Like, is this supposed to be the news?
It's supposed to be. Do you want me to play the
Sure.
Do the bit.
Why not?
KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the 2026 IIHF World Junior Championship.
When is that?
They got the flags and the rafters. They were, as soon as the Wild game was done, they were changing all the stuff over. They were digging up the ice and putting new logos in. It's here, boys and girls. Friday, 5 o'clock. You can hear it on the Fan, U.S. versus Germany. I'm sorry, on the Plus, KFAN Plus, FM 96.7. But you should go there as well. WorldJuniorsMN26.com tickets are still available, and they have some great affordable prices. So
my sources say that Zach Halverson, you might be doing a little bit of radio involved with the World Juniors. That is correct, yes?
yes, FM 96.7, KFAN Plus, and Mark Parrish.
That's where I was going. My sources say, Mark Parrish, you're also involved.
I am. I'm looking forward to it, working with Zach and calling some of these World Junior games. I can't wait. Last night I was watching some of the preseason games, and man, that international hockey, there's just something about it, the intensity. There's just a little bit extra when you're playing for your country.
Pretty cool. I want to play for my country.
What would you play for your country? Paddleball?
Initials going to make the Olympics?
I mean, technically, if you win a World Series of Poker bracelet, at the bracelet ceremony, they do play that country's national anthem.
Oh,
there you go.
So that would be the closest I ever get, is if I get a bracelet, and it's not going to happen, but if I ever get a
You never
bracelet,
know.
technically the whole room has to stand up and listen to the American national anthem.
So when Blake wins one, you'll hear it.
Sure.
He'll win it. He'll win it. He'll win the main event.
Cory or
Me or
Blake?
Blake,
Oh, yeah.
Well, why can't I win the main event?
you'll win something.
Thanks, buddy.
You got it, man.
Hey, my great-great-grandfather might have committed murder.
Jeez.
Well,
Might have.
You'll never know. Or you will know very soon.
Snoop Dogg will be adding NBA analyst to his resume next month. He joins NBC's
Oh, God. I
Peacock
thought you were going to say
broadcast.
he'll be joining NBA analyst Ernie Johnson on stage halftime tomorrow, U.S. Bank Stadium.
no.
Ernie was going to do G's and Hustlers, the
That'd
entire
be
second verse.
So good.
But this is even more of a reason to try to get him up in the booth to add NFL radio
Yes.
announcer to his resume. So Snoop Dogg, if you're listening, more than welcome to swing by and say hi to PA, Pete, and all the fun people up in the KFAN booth. It's going to be great. But yeah, he'll join NBC's Peacock broadcast for the January 5th game between Golden State and the Clippers. Snoop will team up with Terry Gannon and Reggie Miller to call the second half of the game. The rapper and businessman calls the opportunity a dream come true. And it's shaping up to be a busy 2026 for Snoop, as he will return to NBC for the Winter Olympics coverage. He will serve as the first ever honorary coach for Team USA.
Parker, where do you and your generation stand on Snoop?
I like Snoop. I couldn't name like too many songs. I've listened to enough Snoop to know like Snoop Dogg, and now they're bringing him back with some of like the Twitch streamers, and they're trying to kind of keep his thing alive. I'm cool with it, but I think like if you were to ask 5 years younger than me, they'd be like,
not sure.
Whatever.
Yeah, it happens.
OG though.
Snoop's one of the OGs.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
He's
G's
just
and
not.
Hustlers.
Great song.
The best.
So good.
I love that he's going to try every single job on the planet for a day.
Yeah.
Yep, and young Snoop would have his mind blown looking at 2025 Snoop's schedule.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But he would love the cash.
Oh, love the cash.
The cash is
Giggling.
Because
What do you think-
1995, Snoop's like, do you know how much weed I can buy with
Yeah.
the money I'm making in the 21st century?
Wasn't he on with Howard once and said he has a guy that he pays like 6 figures to roll joints?
I think you've told me that, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I've
I
heard
think it
that.
was on
but I
Howard.
think I've heard it through you.
Yeah.
That he has a professional joint roller.
That's sweet. That's what I would hire Randy to do if I ever won the lottery.
Maybe that is your plan B.
Rolling joints? I'm not that good at it.
Oh, man,
But
I
now
thought you had something
they
there.
have all these apparatuses that you just basically put the weed in on top and then roll it. And it
Like a
does it for
panini
you.
press.
You are correct. Yes. Very much so.
Just like it.
And we would have to, somebody who remained nameless one time we were at Alpine Valley seeing David to sit in like a 100-degree car trying to roll one. That was a disaster.
Dov?
No.
Garlar?
No.
Marlar?
No.
Scene Bear?
No.
Big Captain?
No.
Tree.
No.
Sean?
No.
Luke?
No.
Randy?
No.
Ski Club Pat?
You are correct. Yep.
Man, I almost ran out of people.
Yeah. He did it though, but it was
Oh, what a trooper.
it was warm. Yeah. But now you just put it in like a device and roll it and it's all ready. Or you can buy them now.
These kids today,
Yeah.
They don't know.
Pre-rolled.
Yeah.
3-year-old weed.
The 2026 NFL Pro Bowl rosters have been released. Baltimore Ravens, Denver Broncos, 49ers, Seahawks each had the most Pro Bowlers with 6 players. The Jets, the Saints, and the Minnesota Vikings did not have any players earn the honor.
That's we don't have to dive deep into it because it's Christmas Eve. That's really bad with how much money you spent in the offseason. That's really bad.
And it's a pretty strong indication because we have one of the 2 or 3 best wide receivers in football that we have had bad quarterback play because Justin's been healthy and upright and he's not in the Pro Bowl, and that's not.
That's
like
not
he
good.
should only miss the Pro Bowl if he misses 8
If he's
games or
hurt,
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your bet looks good.
Yeah, I feel good about it. Even with Brosmer, they're going to feed him.
Yeah, they'll feed him. but-
KOC is going to do everything he can to get Justin to 1,000.
Sure, but you don't
might
have
be
your
tough.
left tackle.
No,
you
it's
have a
gonna be
rookie
tough.
quarterback.
But he only needs,
But
42 a game?
Yeah.
42 a game over
And
the last 2.
You probably won't have Hawkinson. That's one less person to
Yeah.
throw the ball to. Yeah, you'll probably win.
Just do wide receiver screens and get it.
Get him the
Left
rock.
and right.
Or again, who cares? Just let it rip.
Just bomb it.
Isn't it nuts,
I
by the
agree.
way? Think of how bad this Viking season has been. How frustrating it's been. You know that game that they blew against the Bears where they scored late and then the kickoff with the
Yeah.
Bears and blah, blah, blah. If that game flips, we have the same record as the Lions.
Yeah, and they're in the playoffs.
Isn't it nuts how much
race.
the Lions seem so much better than the Vikings?
Yeah.
And there's a 1-game difference. So I'm just picked a random game, but that game flips the
Yeah.
Vikings' way and they're both 8-7.
And
Yeah.
we're 2-0 against Chicago, who looks like to be a
Yeah.
little bit of
Yeah.
a wagon right now.
Yeah, they're
That's
good.
that's more of an indictment on the Bears than a pro Vikings take. But
Yeah.
man, how are the Lions 8-7?
Yeah, well, they have no offensive line.
Yeah.
That's why.
And Goff's got 32 touchdowns and 5 picks.
Yep.
And they're going to miss the postseason.
As you said yesterday, that should
incredible.
If you said that and you didn't know anything else, you'd go, well, that's what are they, the number 1 seed?
Probably the number 1 seed.
No,
Literally.
they're not going to make the playoffs.
It's an incredible year going to waste.
I know. Sports in a second with Sauce. Parker is here. Parrish is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.
It's Christmas Eve morning. We're just ripping wives and girlfriends and whatnot. That's what we do.
I love how Perry goes. Anybody else got to get their wife's gift today? And none of us raise our hands.
No, we're all like done, dude. No,
I
we're
did it
done
already.
Sauce.
and I aren't.
Yes, sir.
Sauce, you had a big night last night. You want to talk
did.
about it during sports?
I'd love to.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
The Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Knicks 115-104. Ant had 38 in the victory. Cat had 40. The Wolves will play Denver tomorrow on Christmas Day at 9:30 p.m. Yuck. Hideous.
And you were there.
I was. It was an outstanding time. Shout out to my guy, Charlie Swanson, A+ human. He's basically now my brother from another mother. Great dude. We had a great time.
So you guys were what, upper deck or where were you?
We were feet on the floor.
Oh,
we sat next to Rudy's mom, Billy Sushi, and Spike Lee was like 3 or 4 rows down.
So you sat next to
Me.
Meat Sauce Paul Lambert sat next to Charlie.
Yep.
You sat next to Billy Sushi.
Yep.
Rudy Gobert's mom, 3 or 4 seats down from Spike Lee.
Yep.
And you were what, 2 seats away from Nick Rosen?
Sawalich's dad was there too.
Oh, Brandon?
Yeah. And then
Great dude. Met him last Friday.
Yeah, great dude. And then Rosie and his kiddo. Rosie's kiddo
Rosie was there as well.
Is a 10 out of 10.
Good for
Great
you.
human.
DJ 67's awesome.
Great dude. Yeah. And then I saw Rosie. And it was great.
Where was he?
He was right next to me, courtside.
Oh, courtside.
Yeah. And his son had to keep pushing Rosie's feet in because he was like, it was awesome. You don't realize, and Parker, you know this, you played.
Yeah.
How huge those humans are. It's
crazy.
At one point, Cat goes up
Talking
for
about the
three.
Rosens?
That's a huge bitch.
and Gobert goes to
That's a
block it
huge
and
bitch.
runs into him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're huge
Okay, but
humans.
there's people like Parker that walk in, you're like, ooh, that's a tall dude.
Yeah.
It's a tall dude.
Yeah.
But Parker, since you've played against like Zach Edey,
Oh, yeah.
there's that other group of
Yeah.
basketball players that aren't just Parker tall, they're
thick.
Freak!
Yeah.
Freaks.
I'm sure Zach Edey's one of them.
Yeah.
I've said this before, I'll say it again. I have never in my life seen someone look less like a human because they just look like they're a cartoon than Yao Ming.
Yeah.
Yao Ming looked like he was from another planet. You're like, this can't be the same species as me. He's 30 feet tall. His legs are tree trunks, right? Because most super tall guys are like Wemby, where they're like toothpicks. He had like tree trunk legs. Like, this can't be a human. This is,
Guaranteed human.
this is
Well
Thor.
played.
This guy's from another planet.
Yeah.
How can you stop that guy?
And it was cool to see Ant up close. Like he would shoot a three and he'd be right there. It was sweet.
He did his hand signals
Oh yeah,
towards
and he
you.
was doing it towards everybody. And at one point, he like did it to his brother. I think sits behind us. Is
Yeah,
what
right
Charlie
there.
said.
Yep.
And he's doing this like right at me, and I just go,
So wait a minute. Anthony Edwards' brother sat last night
I don't know if he
behind
was
Mark
there. but
Rosen.
yes, he sits in the row behind him. Yeah,
Man, it must be rough being
Be
Rosen.
different.
yeah. It was sweet though.
Who else besides Zach Edey did you run into across your college basketball career where you're like, man, is this guy a freak?
Hunter Dickinson was a tall guy,
Your
too.
what hurts?
I knew I was going to get something up. Hunter Dickinson, 7'1", 7'2". But then it's like these kids that are like 6'11", but they have like the 7'8" wingspan. So it's like I had a teammate from Germany who was, I think he was 6'10", like with like a 7'7" wingspan, and just like you think you can get a shot off, and then their arms just like extend and they keep on
Inspector
extending.
Gadget.
And then they have like, I don't have huge hands or feet, but you talk about guys with like size 18, 19 feet and just like massive hands that just like engulf a basketball. And then all of the guys in the NBA have that. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Courtside experience is one of the really sweet things to
It's super
to experience. There's nothing like it. And the amount of crap those guys talk to one another and they talk to the refs, like, yeah, it's.
And
Did you
fans.
ever have a weird interaction where a fan where somebody tripped you, stepped on you, you stepped on them, there was some bad blood, trash talking? Did you ever want to go DK Metcalf and punch somebody in the face? Or
I never got there, although we were at Michigan once, and Dawson Garcia, who is obviously one of our best players, our best player, he closed out for a three, and on the tape you can watch back, there's like a Michigan fan that sticks his foot out, and Dawson lands on it, and he twists his ankle.
and it was 100% intentional?
I mean, it looked like it. Definitely looked like it's us. Dawson definitely thought it was. He was ready to fight the guy the whole bit. But no, nothing's ever happened to me. I just no more games in my future. But just got a lot of people telling me to go on LinkedIn and a bunch of other stuff. Some guy at Michigan State wore a LinkedIn jersey and then put my number and my name on the back of it and sat courtside. It was hilarious.
That is funny. But yeah, it was a badass experience.
Yeah, it's the
Super
best.
fun.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, Parrish, did you get invited?
No.
Oh, no.
Actually, I didn't.
Zach knew? You know? Yes, no?
I'll
Yes?
never probably sit courtside.
Oh, man. That was
fine.
Zach.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't, it's okay.
I'll ask my new best friend. He's a super nice man. I'll ask him. Him and I are tight now. Because he also likes to rip Rosie.
It's the universal bond.
Yep. Yeah.
Daddy's enjoying this.
Yeah.
All the people in Pluribus feel
They-
the same way.
they rip Rosie?
They rip Rosie, and it makes the entire world feel better.
They don't say anything mean, but except for when they hammer on
I
Rosie.
don't even think they say it. They just feel it.
Yeah, they just feel it. But yeah, it was
That's really hot.
It was
Oh, yeah.
a fun time. Oh,
Oh, must be rough.
guess who also was in there who I saw, didn't say anything to. I don't think saw
Target
me, but
Center?
I think may have saw me
Target Center.
at Target Center.
Sitting close
in
to the court?
In the Lexus Club.
Media member or celebrity? Or neither?
Johnson.
I mean, somebody who I've said a lot of mean things about.
PJ Fleck.
No, he's in Arizona. I thought he
good
might be-
point. Good point. That's just my knee-jerk reaction to somebody I've said a lot of mean things about. Somebody you said a lot of mean things about.
I thought Cory knew.
The lead singer of Marcy Playground?
No, could
Hang on. Let me get this.
has billions.
Daddy's enjoying this.
Oh, one of the Polads.
No.
Joe Polad?
Right when I walk
Oh,
in,
no.
I'm like, oh God, because my wife is like, what if he said something to you? I go, A, he probably doesn't care or know who I am, but B, I would just say the thing I always say. I didn't think I'd ever run into you. Like I forgot.
I hide behind the microphone.
Yeah, I said that to the guy from Love Is Blind that I just savaged, and then I ran into him on the 4th of July, and he was an absolute Todd to me, and I'm like, sorry, man, I didn't think I'd ever run into you. He goes,
Daniel
"I heard you."
Hastings?
No, he's great.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Him and his wife are great. The other guy, Zach, who's the other guy that nobody liked from Love Is Blind?
No.
Nobody knows.
Even in the top 5 of attractive ones.
It wasn't hot enough for Zach, though.
Parrish, you're old enough to
No,
remember
you
this.
made the list, Zach.
This was before our time,
Zach's
but you remember the concept of the game show, This Is Your Life?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How awesome would it be if maybe Sauce's birthday next year or something?
Oh, dear Lord.
We just open the door here to the studios at KFAN, and in walks Joe Polad and takes a seat. And then,
be great.
Then in walks PJ Fleck and he takes a seat. And then in walks the lead singer of Marcy Playground and he takes a seat. Then we get the guy who was the lead in A Christmas Story and he comes in and he sits down. And we just have a nice little conversation with Polad and Fleck and Marcy Playground and Christmas Story guy and say, fellas, Paul Lambert, meet the fellas.
Yeah, but to be fair, when this is how big of a fraud I am. When PJ was here to do like the round table bit with PA for like an hour, which is really good, I told him I was sorry for how mean I've been to him, and he was very nice and all that.
Yep, and for a couple of weeks you laid off
And then
him.
I
you
started
went
hammering
right
again.
back to
Yeah,
savaging him.
yeah.
And then the next time you'll see him, you'll have to apologize
I
again.
apologize again. Yeah.
But speaking of the round table, after we're done with Fleck and the Polad guy and the other one, we have a round table in the performance room, RIP, with the Manning brothers.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Kelsey's.
Yeah.
Kelsey's.
David.
What? You don't hate David.
No, I don't hate David.
You better not.
No, I don't.
Yeah, who else do you constantly rip?
Ooh,
Constantly rip.
Rosie. We should have the roast of Rosen.
We thought about that.
Cy Amundsen's been pushing for me to put that together for
you
like
think he'd
5
do
years. Rosie?
Yeah.
He would love it.
Yeah, the attention is
Love
great.
it.
That sounds so good.
Rose.
Everyone will be talking about him
that would
all
be
night.
so good, you guys. That would be money.
Cy was going to get all of his stand-up comedian buddies to help him write jokes and
Yeah.
just have it be a slaughter.
You could sell somewhere out easily.
That was
yeah.
the plan.
That was the plan, yeah.
Cy called me, like, after we did that Canterbury thing a handful of years ago where we had that bazillion people show for the Power Trip stand-up night. That was Cy's first thought is the only way we can do this again and make it work is if we do the roast of Rosie. I'm like, I freaking love it. And that was like 5 years ago. We've never circled back.
That was super fun.
You guys should circle back.
We should circle
We did
back.
have the pandemic, I think, blow that up.
Yeah, because it was like one of the first times everybody went out.
Hasn't happened to me yet.
Oh, really?
I love hanging out on the maternity ward.
Oh.
He said that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the
Oh, my-
jokes?
That'd be great.
You know,
You'd make him cry.
well, you know, at the end, it'd be like the roast of Michael Scott. You know, at the end when the person who gets roasted gets to fire back at everybody that roasted them, right? I think he'd be broken by that.
Oh, my God.
And we would laugh off the jokes like, "Nice try, Rosie." I mean, don't care.
Common to do an hour.
Oh man,
Comment would be excellent.
Oh, yeah.
we would have to physically remove people from the stage. Like, you've been on for an hour. There's
enough.
7,000 of us that still have rips.
I'm not kidding you. I have in my notes on my phone a list of Rosie roasts.
Just in case.
Just in case one breaks out ever.
Brilliant.
Be prepared, Zach. I love it.
All right, Vikings news when we come back. There is big news because they play tomorrow. And, of course, the JJ news broke yesterday. We'll talk about that. Parrish is here. Parker Fox is here. This is Christmas Eve on The Fan. Sauce, look, you've taught Parker. Now he's playing the gigantic imaginary bass.
Sweet.
His is way bigger.
Yeah, he's got real weight.
He's got the wingspan.
Yeah,
He can
I
do
like
it.
Parker's.
I have T-Rex
Look at that
arms.
thing.
Wow.
All right, let's do Vikings news. We have big Vikings news, and you can listen to the Vikings tomorrow here.
News on the Power Trip. Presented by
Your truck accessories pro.
JJ McCarthy out tomorrow, but they have not counted him out definitively yet for the final game of the year against the Green Bay Packers, but he will not play tomorrow against the Lions. Max Brosmer gets the start. Hairline fracture. So remember we heard x-rays negative when he got the x-rays in New York. They must have taken another look at it. They found a hairline fracture. Oof. So I assume no surgery for stuff like that. They're just going to let it play out. But I don't know. We don't know if we're going to see him in the season finale or not. Paul, your hands up.
This is a hardcore.
Yes, Zach would.
No, I know that. Well played. This is a hardcore sports question.
Perfect.
On
Ask
Christmas
Parrish.
Eve. I will. I want everybody's opinion. Zach, I want you to go last, okay? Because I know your answers.
Yay.
Well, I know your answers.
I'll take the
Brosmer
Tommy.
and JJ. He doesn't care. He's happy either way.
Do you think JJ is guaranteed to be the starter next season?
Week 1, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to go yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go yes, but I do think that if something came about with the amount of free agents we have and with the amount of money that we're going to have, if something happened where somebody became available, I think they might take a shot at it.
Like if a Joe Burrow was truly on the market.
The hot rumor is Dak Prescott.
See, I don't know if I want Dak.
I thought Jerry
That was
loves Dak.
D-A-K, by the way. D-A-K. I don't know if I want Dak.
I'm going to say no.
Make sure.
You're going to say no,
Because
huh?
I don't think he plays the rest of the year. I don't think he play. I think next Sunday when they realize that, like, if the Packers, I think if they win one more game, they're in.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to play anybody next. I don't think he plays.
If he had not been trending upwards before he got hurt again, right? The last 3 weeks obviously is the best stretch that he's had.
Yeah.
If that had not been the case, I think the pessimism on his entire career would have been rock bottom. And then I think all bets would have been on the table. But now you almost have to run it back one more time. But I think that the hardcore sports answer is what is plan B?
Yeah.
Like, who do you bring to back up McCarthy? Because I don't think they're going to run it back McCarthy, Brosmer, Rippin, or something like that, right? Or
No way.
so they're going to add somebody, but who do you add if it's not a direct competitor?
Yeah, I think he will be for reasons like you just stated, Corey, but as well, like, again, the injuries. And it is, however, getting to the point, though, even though I believe like next year they still believe what he can become, and we all believe, that his availability is the most important part. Like, and that's right now he can't stay healthy. And there's guys that are just injury prone. It just happens the way they play, whatever, they extend themselves, whatever. That can't happen at that level.
You guys,
got to be available.
You guys are both good examples. You guys both played a lot of professional sports, or at least a lot of sports in Parker's place. But Park, you had obviously a series of injuries.
Yeah.
So here's what I have. Here's my question for you two guys, and then we can get to Zach and whether or not he wants McCarthy back. Torn meniscus for JJ, missed all of last year. Ankle sprain, concussion, hairline fracture in his hand. Four completely different injuries.
Yeah.
This isn't tearing the same knee over and over again.
Yeah.
So I've always been a guy that pushes back on, quote, injury prone, because these aren't connected. Like when Grant Hill had the same injury and couldn't stay healthy.
Or Brandon Roy.
That is... He's injury prone because he has a part of his body that is literally weaker and is breakable. It's failing.
Yeah.
Those are injury prone people. This always makes me nervous because I'm like, these are not connected in any way.
Yeah.
These are kind of just random. And that's why the long streaks like Brett Favre or like when we had Kirk Cousins, who was basically playing 16, 17 games every year. Like, man, how can some guys like this just keep hitting the wall when other guys get lucky year after year after year? Parker, let's start with you because you've had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the tag injury prone?
Well, I agree with you. And I think at that level and at that position, there has to be some sort of like knowledge and like acknowledgement. Is that the right word?
Sure.
Like you have to acknowledge the fact that like you're getting hurt. So how can I try to avoid that? Now, some things are unavoidable. Like if it's a third down and you got to try to make a play, like you might get hit in the head really hard. It's football. But I can't remember who was talking about the other day, but I think you're right, Parrish. Like availability is the best ability. If you have to go to your backup quarterback multiple times throughout the season, that doesn't allow your team to kind of get the continuity, to learn how to play with one another. Like it's not a recipe for success. So I think there is, if you're the front office and you're looking into like what you think you're going to get out of JJ, you have to look at the injuries and say, hey, we can't just keep going to the backup because that's not sustained success.
Amen.
You know, throughout a long NFL season.
Yeah, and I agree with your guys' different definition of injury prone, but that's one definition of injury prone. Another definition of injury prone at the pro level is, are you putting yourself in these positions to get hurt too?
True.
It doesn't matter what part of your body is. Is he stepping into certain things? Is he putting himself in a position to constantly get hurt where the coach is like, you got to back off there. You know what I mean?
Like Jackson Dart, who's been getting hit in the head.
So like there is a point where injury prone, yes, it's the same thing over and over. And those are the ones your heart feels but horrible for those guys. They just can't seem to stay healthy. But there's the other guys that just constantly put themselves in a position where they can get hurt.
I think you guys can mostly figure this out or guess this, but let's just do it because why not? Out of the 34 possible games that J.J. McCarthy has been on the Vikings roster, not counting preseason, how many games has he played in out of the 34 since we drafted him 10th overall?
It feels like about 6.
That's
9?
9 is the right answer.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, wow.
Sauce, you put that together very fast.
9.
I'm impressed.
He's destined for success now.
I mean,
9.
I think, and I want the kid to succeed. I do, because it's better when we have a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
I think when they finish this season and however many games they win, however they look at it, however they want to find success in this, I think they're going to look back and go, the best we saw out of him was against awful defenses, right? Like
True.
when he played the Falcons, who's an okay defense but has a good pass rush, he was terrible. Now, as Zach would say, and he did say at the time, he just had his kid born. He missed a practice. He had all these things, right? That's tough, right? But I think when they look back on it, they're going to go, he was really good against Washington, who is historically bad. He was really good against Dallas, who's historically bad defensively. I think they truly, really wanted to see him play against the Detroit. And I think the other reason they haven't said that he's out for next week is they want him to play if that game counts, because they want to see him play against a team that's playing for everything. Mm-hmm. And if they aren't playing for anything next week, I think we see Bros.
Look, I've said a couple of times in 2026, I'm going to pull back on sports betting because I got to start putting money on things that I care about. Right? You know, poker, stock market, whatever.
Puma.
What was that, Sauce?
Nothing.
I mean, you're on camera. Lip readers are going to know. Dudes.
Yeah.
But this is still 2025. I can bet now, right? I have a bet idea for you.
No.
I will bet you JJ starts week 1 unless it's injury related. So if he's hurt, that doesn't count. But if he is healthy, I will bet you he starts week 1 for the Vikings.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Okay.
Go on.
What if they bring in somebody like Dak Prescott?
Well, then Dak
and
would be the
he's
starter.
Hurt.
Then
Does
Dak
that- yeah, like if Dak got hurt in like preseason and he's the starter by default.
I'm only betting on McCarthy's health because I think if they bring in Mac Jones or Dak Prescott or somebody like that, obviously that's a heavy competition.
Yeah.
And likely a Sam Darnold situation that would supersede J.J. McCarthy. If McCarthy's healthy, I'm willing to bet he will start week 1.
Man. There's also, I don't know if he'll be healthy because he gets hurt about every chance he gets.
Then the bet would be
I
off.
think he would be. I think they'll run it back at least within one more year, but I don't think a guy like Brosmer will be the second. I think it'll be somebody that, who's like a Baker Mayfield. Not that Baker would start over him, but you know what I mean? Like somebody like that.
Brosmer still might be on the team, though.
Yeah.
He might be third or something.
Especially if he plays well these last couple of games.
And they've loved him, it sounds like,
they
in
do,
training camp and
you nailed
preseason
it.
and regular season.
He's very funny.
Yeah, you nailed it too when you said you can get a tryout as a favor. You ain't making the team as a favor.
No, the Vikings didn't sign Brosmer because he went to the
right,
U.
Perry?
You can, no.
You can get a tryout. A GM could call another GM and go, hey, give Perry a look.
Yeah.
I need him on a roster. And then that doesn't mean you're going to make the team. Though.
Exactly.
Right.
Not no, hell no.
No.
Yeah. Well, Max had a terrific last half of his year at the U, and he led the FCS in passing yards. Like, we're not talking about like a handout here.
No. I mean, he was undrafted.
Yeah, it's true.
So, but yeah.
But even he has to be going, how the hell did all this happen?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
You know him well a little bit, Parker. Like, this has got to be as big of a shock to him as anybody.
Oh, I think so for sure. I mean, you try to do the right things and put yourself in the right position, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be gifted an opportunity to be a top 32 quarterback in the world. Like, that's what you have to be to, go out there and start in an NFL game. So, yeah, I mean, credit to him for doing the work, but it's got to be a surprise to everybody around him. I'm sure if you ask his parents, you think your son will be starting week 17 in the NFL last year? They would be like, probably not.
Or 2 years ago when he was in, where was it? New Hampshire?
New
Where
Hampshire.
was it?
Yeah, New Hampshire.
2 years later was the Vikings starting quarterback on Christmas Day on
Crazy.
Netflix, and Snoop's playing halftime. The Vikings claimed quarterback Brett Rippon off of waivers, so he's back on the team. So there's your third, right? Because you got that one guy whose name, whatever the hell his name is, and we've had Desmond Ritter on the team a couple of times this year, and got a cup of coffee and basically got kicked off as like an emergency guy. But now Brett Rippon's back in the mix just in case this thing goes south with McCarthy's hand.
That
both
Warford
games.
guy will be the backup. I truly think that if the Packers have nothing to play for next week, I don't think JJ will play. I think if they want to see him,
McCarthy,
yes, yeah, McCarthy. I think they want to see him against really good competition at least one more time to get like a full read on him.
And sometimes these athletic trainers are careful with the hairline fractures too, because they could turn into something worse.
You never know where it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I
And he
think
couldn't grip the ball too. That was the
so.
other
Then
thing.
it's like, what are we? What are we putting you out there for?
Yeah.
Like,
I
let's
think
hang
they're
him up
waiting
for
to
the year.
see if that game's worth
I agree with
anything.
your sauce.
Thank you.
The Vikings had no Pro Bowlers. We mentioned it earlier, but the Jets, Saints, and the Vikes, the only three teams without reps.
That's our company, huh?
Yep. The 6 Ravens, 6 Broncos, 6 Niners, and 6 Seahawks. Those 4 had the most.
6 Niners.
So the the quarterbacks, because that's the sexiest position. Let's go on. The AFC, Josh Allen, Drake May, and Justin Herbert. In the NFC, something called Matt Stafford, something called Dak Prescott, and yes, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, good for Sam Darnold.
Sammy D.
Not
Great
only
dude.
are the Lions going to miss the playoffs, Goff goes for 32-5, can't sniff a Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Man.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
What a year
If
for
they're
Goff.
winning, you think he's probably in the MVP kind of.
If
Right?
100%.
And yet somehow he doesn't even make the Pro Bowl now because that's brutal.
Yeah, if they're what are they, 8-7?
Yeah.
If they're 12-3, instead of 8-7,
we're talking about him as MVP.
He's likely the favorite or second favorite, or he's right next to Stafford, and we're talking about him and Drake May and Stafford as MVP battle.
Instead, a forgotten year.
Yeah. Is it Stafford without a doubt? Like,
he's the heavy favorite.
Yeah, it should be
He's been
Stafford.
lights out. Yeah.
I think Drake May's the closest.
So when you look, as you're looking that up, Cory, when you look at the Vikings injury report, Obviously, I don't think Ryan Kelly will play again the rest of the season.
No way.
Or career.
TJ Hawkinson hasn't practiced all week. He's probably out. Jordan Mason hasn't practiced all week. We know McCarthy's out. And Brian O'Neill didn't practice Monday. He was limited yesterday. So
and Aaron Jones was struggling in that second half.
He's limited. He was limited
Yeah.
He's been limited, all week. Yeah.
DraftKings MVP Matt Stafford minus 230, so pretty solid favorite. Drake May is plus almost 2-1, plus 185. Then the giant drop off. 2. Who do you think third is?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen at 28-1.
Yeah, he had a rough game against Cleveland.
Super long shot with 2 weeks to go.
Yeah.
He's having a kid. He's got to focus on that.
Yeah.
He's giving people a quarter of a cow as a gift.
Yeah, Perry, you weren't here for that. In hockey, who is there a position or a guy that gives out gifts to the team? Like, do the captains do like Christmas gifts or something?
Like how quarterbacks gift offensive linemen stuff in the NFL?
No.
That's not a thing.
If it comes from the ownership, I've had Christmas gifts from them, but no, not unless we have like a party.
But like, what about if
away.
I'm not ripping you, but what about if like you're on a team with like the MVP? Does he do something for the team, like a dinner,
like a high-paid guy?
We did so in the Islanders. Anybody like signed a contract, over a certain amount, they had to buy the team dinner.
Yeah.
There's like a tradition of like the All Stars when you go to the All Star game. Like when Yashin and I went in 2002. He bought the hats and I bought T-shirts for everybody. Yeah. So like that is a thank you, but no, not like Christmas gifts or anything. Like the goalie doesn't give any thanks to the defenseman for crying out loud.
Come on,
I know
the quarterback always gets goalies. The quarterback gets his line,
and it should be goalies. 1 of 32 in the world. They're the same position more or less.
That's pretty awesome.
Well
like again last year, like Brock Purdy got his entire offensive line like I don't know $60,000 cars or something.
Toyota,
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And you went to the All-Star game and got your teammates T-shirts. That's very nice.
Kyrie Irving. I just saw Kyrie Irving got his whole team golf carts. They all custom golf carts.
Yeah, you're talking the difference. That's big boy pro sports.
So
and
we referenced yesterday though Josh Allen. Josh Allen gave his offensive lineman a quarter of a cow.
They probably love that though.
That's actually pretty sick.
You'd want that.
That is unique as can be. And hell yeah, that'd be cool as hell. Come on, Morny. Christmas isn't here yet.
And we believe the cows in this case are dead, that you just get the meat.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, the 4 of you get this one. Feel free to pet it and feed it.
Like work at a stock market. Like
exactly.
If you can trade it high.
Yeah, divvy it up when ready.
You guys deal with it.
That's the hardest part about owning a horse. Like at one point, PA wanted me to go in on a horse with him as well. And I'm like, I know him and Zimmer had like a horse divorce.
Well,
but
nasty, by the way.
That's the problem. Like if the 4 of us are in business, or 5 of us are in business, and one of us is like, look, I'm out of here, right? You can buy me out, right? You can get me out. If the 5 of us are in on a cow, and I'm like, look, I want my 5th today. What am I going to do? Just cut off a hoof and whatnot?
Yeah, I guess,
You can't just take the meat when you want it.
Hawk could take the udders.
Button bar.
I call the udders. All right, we know Hawk. We know.
I think Zach would take the rear end.
Yes, well played, Cory.
Sports in a second, maybe, and then who knows? Headlines later. We'll screw around. Well, I mean, like we just did a whole bunch of sports. It's Christmas Eve. Who gives a rat's ass?
Fun here,
the Vikes play tomorrow. Who cares? Let's. We
are.
I mean, some of us are having fun.
I mean, we're talking about J.J. McCarthy being hurt again.
And maybe not being on the team.
Yeah.
And now you're depressed.
It's been a depressing segment for some
Rosemer's going to be starting.
I'm sorry, Zach.
Hey, Parrish, you know how last week you forgot what the initials were and guessed choke neck?
That was
and
great.
I'll never forget. Thank you to you guys.
Dude, I felt like you this morning. I was driving in. Zach had a bunch of initials games loaded up, which is awesome because I've been told that we technically have a show Monday through Thursday. I only care about Fridays.
Yeah.
So I was listening to the best of, and I was listening to the game with Alicia Lewis and you and Sauce and Marnie from whatever, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And the initials were HT, and we were on clue 4, and Marnie got it before I did, and I wrote the clues.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell was the answer to this one? And she rang in and got it, and I'm like, is this what Mark feels like every Friday?
Yes.
Every single time.
Yep.
She beat me to it. That was real. That's a trip. It's happened a couple times when I'm listening to when we're driving somewhere. How do I lose at the game that I wrote?
Yeah.
To people that, and it's not like it's from 7 years ago. This was from a couple of months ago. Already forgot what it was, and she beat me to it.
Yeah. I get beat by Nikki all the
That
time in the
sucks.
car.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Re-listening.
In the game.
Keep her hands to herself.
Yeah, tell her not to beat you.
Get her boxing gloves for Christmas. It's not too late. All right, more with Mark Parrish and Parker Fox after this on The Fan.